Hey guys, welcome to another pick a card. My name is Johanna. Welcome to Tenacious Soul. We are going to go through some messages here for you for February 2023. We are going to go through some general messages. We're also going to look at money, career. We're going to look at love and relationships, and then we're going to look at some spiritual messages for each pile. So take your time to choose. We have 3 piles here today. We have pile number 1 here with the moon crystal. We have pile number 2 with the heart crystal. And then we have pile number 3 with this raw strawberry quartz crystal. This is moonstone, and then this is just an agate crystal. So, take your time to choose. If you feel called to multiple, maybe there's like a career message in one and a love message in the other, or whatever. So take what resonates, obviously leave the rest, and as well, go to the one that you feel called to the most. So timestamps will be down below for you, as well as the timestamps like in the video along the bottom here. So whenever you are ready, I will see you in your reading. Hi, pile number 1, welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this moon agate crystal. This is going to be your reading for February. We are going to get the general oracles here. So I have a couple, which I want to kind of start with the archetype card to kind of just like start the reading. So for you, we have Kairos. So this card talks about divine timing. It also talks about actually, I'm going to hold this up for you. It talks about divine timing. It talks about synchronicities as well, and not trying to like push against time. So it's about alignment. Things should feel at ease when you are, like, they just feel right when you take action on them. So there shouldn't be this like restriction or this sense of just this like restriction about either decisions or taking action, or if you are pushing something. I feel like that would tell you that you're not maybe in alignment with, kind of whatever you're dealing with this month. So this is kind of a reminder that, anytime you're pushing, you're resisting, right? Anytime you're forcing, you're resisting. Now, that's not saying don't take action. It's saying take action when the time is right. And it's interesting, there's this I here. So I almost feel like intuitively you'll pick up on when the right time, like it'll just make sense. It might not make logical sense, but you'll feel like it's the right time to really move forward with something, or to move in a certain direction, or things are just starting to like line up for you in some sort of way. So if you're forcing anything this month, just kind of remember this in the sense of making sure that you're not forcing and resisting certain things, and that you're just like letting things unfold naturally. It might not be the right time, and that might be why it feels like there's a lot of resistance around it. So some of you are already kind of like in that energy, you're already embracing that sort of thing. Others of you might just need that like reminder. So it kind of depends where you're at. We also have healing cocoon of light. Your angels come to you now and surround you in a healing cocoon made of light. Interesting too, these cards both kind of look like they have like an eye in the center of it. So again, maybe you're in the space of being a little bit in a cocoon. It's not maybe time to take action on something this month, or you might be finding you feel that way this month as well. We also have Go the Distance, number 47. And we have the Circle of Life. It says, I give you my blessing to accomplish your quest. Okay, so some of you are really, there's something I almost feel like you're trying to achieve, or something that you're maybe trying to manifest or create in your life. It's going to happen. There's going to be like, you're going to come full circle. This is going to you're going to be able to complete whatever, it's giving me kind of like the world card energy. You're going to be able to complete or hit your goal or your target or your vision for your life here. But I almost feel like there may be some things here for you this month that you need to allow to unfold naturally. I just feel like for some of you, the natural evolution of things is important for you here when it comes to just the process and like where you're kind of taking things. There's definitely like an end goal or an achievement or a finish line. Okay, I feel like you're supported at this time, and it's like, again, you don't have to force things. You don't have to push. Again, it doesn't mean that you don't take action, because I feel like this might be a very action-oriented month for you, but it should feel, there should be ease to it. It shouldn't feel so restrictive when it comes to whatever you are trying to work through here. I feel like Spirit is also really supporting you this month in going after things. But again, there may be something that's not working on like human clock time, right? The divine doesn't work on our time, right? So there definitely could be something here that you want it to happen in a certain time frame, and that might not be the time frame in which it actually is going to kind of like unfold here, if that makes sense. So let's see how this could also play into the different aspects of your life. We're going to look at the career and money section first here. So your oracle for this month in February, we have Richness with Marine Life, number 32. So really good card, obviously. I just feel like there's a lot of abundance. I also feel like there's a lot of diversity potentially in something that you're doing, or maybe you're adding a lot of things together here. You may also have a really supportive group of people here. I'm going to turn the light on here because I feel like this is kind of dark here for you guys. I feel like there could be, like either a lot of diversity in like what it is that you do, like bringing a lot of things to the table, or looking at the big picture of things, right? Just really kind of incorporating different things, or the people in your life, or the people in your community, or in your business, or in your career, or your job, whatever. It's like there's a lot of people. I also feel like this could be a very busy month for you when it comes to your business, career, finances, that sort of thing. Like you might have a lot of responsibilities, or you might feel like you're kind of all over the place, or your environment is very busy, okay? But it's abundant with something here. Let's see what the tarot is. We have the Judgment card. Ooh, we got the Tower. Ooh, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So I do feel like there could be a change. Now, for some of you, this is like the change is that there's more. I almost feel like there's a little bit of something out of your control here. There is a sense of divine energy here with Judgment and the Tower. Like there's a sense of you stepping into a purpose, or stepping into your calling here. You may be making some sort of radical change when it comes to what you're doing for work somehow. I feel like it's going to provide you with more stability if that's the case, especially with the Richness and then also the Ten of Pentacles. I just feel like this could be a very abundant endeavor, okay? But it's because you're in your purpose. It's because you're in alignment here. I'm also getting two with the Judgment. There's like kind of like two doors here, or two windows. It's almost like you could be going to the next level in something, or going to the next phase, or going through phases, like hitting milestones or hitting goals, or leveling up, or getting a raise or getting a promotion, or just like really moving forward in what it is that you do. Like even in your business, it's like taking it to the next level, or maybe you're hitting a next level of finances as well. Like you could be hitting like a record month or something like that. The Tower here is interesting because I almost feel like it's talking about rebuilding something, but in a stable environment. So the Tower falls when you've built something on unstable ground. So usually the Tower falls after the Devil energy in the order of the major arcana. And so the Devil is something that's built on like, materialism, but it's not like from the physical world, but it's not built on a spiritual thing. And so I almost feel like you're rebuilding something that's really abundant here. Some of you could be leaving something behind in order to pursue something else as well. That could also be the case. Like some of you could be leaving something that maybe was very abundant in order to pursue like something more that feels like it's in alignment or it's within your purpose, right? So there could also be that energy as well. Like some of you could be quitting jobs that did provide you a lot of financial stability, but maybe it was too busy for you. Maybe it was too chaotic for you. Maybe it didn't feel in alignment with you. It felt very all over the place. The 32 breaks down to a 5, which does indicate change. So whatever it is, there are changes. I feel like though this is about you stepping more into alignment and building something of stable foundation that can bring you things long term, right? That can build a sense of stability and legacy here is what the 10 of Pentacles talks about. So there definitely is changes here when it comes to your finances and your career, but it's like, it's you getting things into alignment when it comes to like what you want to do and like what you want to leave behind or what you stand for. And what you want to be known for or what you want to participate in. So this could be a little bit of the divine timing piece as well. Like something will just naturally change, or naturally it feels like the right time to make this change, to step into this change. And some of you, it's like the timing of something maybe falling away from you, but it's meant to put you into this new world, to put you on this new trajectory that I feel like can be a lot more abundant here for you. So let's see what's going on in love and relationships here. This could also just be like family, friends as well. It just kind of depends how the message comes out. So we have Ghost here. We also have the Queen of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. And we have the Emperor. Okay, so some of you, this is like, what I'm getting with the ghost energy, it's like there could be something missing from a connection, or this could also too be, I'm almost getting like one person here, I'm looking at this Queen of Cups and how she's approaching kind of this Emperor. It's almost like one person's really giving to the other person, but the other person's like a little bit more standoffish. Okay, so there could feel like there's a little bit, as 9 of Cups can be kind of a selfish or self-indulgent type of energy. There could be a little bit of that. Some of you could just be more focused on yourself or more focused on even your career at this time, and not really looking for connection or relationships. It could indicate that you're hoping and wishing as well with this 9 of Cups for your Emperor or for your person to show up here. But you may feel like they're not here, right? Like they're not around. Some of you, I mean, this could be ghosting in general, but I'm getting this as more of like it's not around or it's not here, it's missing, right? So some of you are really wanting and hoping and wishing for a relationship here, but feeling as though maybe it hasn't shown up yet, okay? That would obviously be if you're like single. If you're in a relationship, I almost feel like you almost might be filling up your own cup. There could be this sense of you really focusing on self-care and not trying to get it from the other person, right? Like not, almost like working on codependent type of energies, right? Really filling up your own cup and not relying on this other person to make you feel fulfilled or make you feel happy. You may find that this is a month, maybe you're really focused on self-care. But I actually feel like this would be making the relationship stronger. Okay, so this is like a positive thing. It's not so much about like being selfish in the sense of only focusing on you. I just feel like this is you focusing on you, and that strengthens this connection and strengthens this relationship. I feel like if you're in a relationship as well, there's one person that's very nurturing and the other person's more of that like provider type. So very much that like masculine and feminine duality. It doesn't matter if you're male or female or what type of a relationship you're in. I just feel like there's that duality between the two of you. Some of you may be hoping and wishing to connect, like you want to maybe connect on a deeper level emotionally with someone, but they might be kind of more stoic. Like there's kind of this, they might not be giving you emotionally what you maybe feel that you need. And that could be showing you, though, that you may need to give yourself more self-care, yourself more self-love, giving yourself what you need and not expecting this person to give you what you need, if that makes sense. I feel like regardless, I feel like this is about finding a relationship that feels like it's your wish come true, you're something that you've been really wanting to emotionally connect with. And I feel like that will happen, especially if you're single. I feel like there's a divine timing piece to this, right? Of like not trying to force people to give to you emotionally if they're not wanting to do that or not prepared or ready for that, and waiting for the right type of person who will provide that type of emotion that you're looking for here. I feel like a lot of your focus for some of you could be definitely on your career, your finances, your goals. I think there's something that's like you are working on increasing your abundance. Okay, so you might have a specific financial goal that you're really trying to work on to increase your abundance in some capacity. And that might be why you're kind of more self-focused, okay, or you're hoping and wishing for relationship stuff because maybe you're kind of more focused on, your more physical world at this moment in time. So we're going to get into your spiritual message here. We have the crystal grid, which says focus, and it says create with intent. Okay, so what is your intention? What is, again, your goal? I feel like there's a need for you to be focused on something maybe very specific this month. Let's see what your tarot is. We have the Chariot, the Star, and the King of Wands. Yeah. What's your future goal? What are your goals? Hopes, dreams, wishes. We have the Star. Okay, we also have the Nine of Cups. So your dreams are important to you this month. You could feel that this month is maybe very dreamy for you. I feel like this is about taking action, though, taking forward, moving action, being focused, being assertive, really taking the reins, especially with the Chariot and the King of Wands. There's something about like taking control of the situation, but not trying to control, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to find the right words here. It's like take control in the sense of doing what you know needs to be done to help you further progress on your goals, but detaching from the outcome or when those things you feel like they should show up, if that makes sense. As long as you're focused on where you're going, things will start to fall into place. Some of you may need to put in a little bit more of a plan with something, or and especially too if you've got love stuff that's maybe distracting you, or you feel like you've been overindulging when it comes to just like really focused on your love life, and then you've got these other big changes in your life happening. Like this might be requiring more of your focus this month versus relationships, no matter what your status. You might need more focus here, and so taking action on the things that are required of you and things that are of a focus of this month, and go at them with intent. I feel like too, something around planning, creating a plan or a system, something that can help you take action is important as well. But staying focused, right? The star, there's always like that one big star in the traditional Rider-Waite, and it's like stay focused on that goal. And I think you're going to start to see a lot of accomplishments. The Chariot is a card of success. So if you stay focused on your goals, stay focused on where you're trying to go, that like finish line energy, then I feel like you're going to be able to hit those goals. But if you allow yourself to kind of get distracted, or you're not able to like stay on track, then you might not hit the benchmarks or the milestones that you're maybe wanting to hit here in February. I'm also getting the message too that like because February is a short month, it might come and go very quickly for some of you. Like you might feel like, oh my gosh, where did February even go? Like I didn't even hit the things that I wanted to hit. And that could be something that you may feel comes up by the end of the month. Like, all of a sudden it's like the end of the month and you're like, whoa, I haven't even like made progress, or don't feel like I've made progress, or that sort of thing. But I do feel like there's big changes here. There's action for sure, like action that you're taking. But I feel like this could be definitely more of a month where you need to focus on the things you're trying to create, and more like long-term and long-distance goals, like in the sense of your future, okay? The planets are all direct this month, so it's a great time to really take some forward action here. But again, just detach from that outcome, allow things to kind of play out naturally here, will help you kind of not feel as stressed and irritated by your progress. So we're going to get a oracle here, like a loving yourself type of oracle, like a self-love oracle by Louise Hay. I figured this was fitting for February since it's the love month. But let's see, what does pile 1 need to know for their love message at the end here, their self-love message? So it says, I appreciate others for who they are. And on the back it says, I accept that I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must do the work themselves, and they will be ready to do it when they are ready. I feel like this is like love stuff, any relationships really. And also realizing that like you're on your own path too, right? And so you can't control other people, especially if you're dealing with something in love here this month with a very specific person, that you can't love this person into loving you, right? And so you also can't force people to do things that they're not ready for. So you may have to kind of take a step back from people and just appreciate them for who they are and how they show up in your life. And if it's not enough, then make the decisions that you need to make in order to move forward. But ultimately, I feel like this could definitely be a month here for you, pile 1, that you're more focused on your goals and kind of where you're wanting to go in your personal life. Okay, so that is what I have for you, pile number 1. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles, obviously. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this Moonstone Heart Crystal. This is going to be your reading for February 2023. I'm going to start with the archetype card here. Figured that was fitting to start with that. For the month, we're going to get the general messages, and then we'll go into the three sections, career, love, and spiritual messages. So let's see what's going on for you, pile number 2. If I said pile 1, I meant pile 2. So you guys have the healer. So obviously this can talk about healing, being a healer. Some of you may feel as though you are a guide, a light worker. You may also feel maybe you're in the healing industry, whether that's Western or Eastern medicine. And so I almost feel like you are kind of like going through something here. This is like the old soul, the light worker, the gifted person, right? So you might have some sort of skill or ability here that you're able to use to help and benefit other people in some capacity. And so I almost feel like you're kind of really diving into things. This can also talk about making sure that you're doing your own self-care, your own practice, especially if you're feeling tired and fatigued. So this would also indicate to me making sure that you are really kind of stepping into and making sure that you are, taking care of your own energies, right? It's really easy when you work with people to like kind of be in this giving energy all the time. But we have to remember to give back to ourselves, right? And so just making sure there's that balanced approach, or that you're just making time and space for yourself each week, every day, whatever you need, to give that time and energy back to yourself and kind of recharge, right? So making sure that you're kind of filling your own cup here. So yeah, there's kind of this like energy. I also feel like there's this sense of like getting to the root of things, getting to the bottom of things. You may be helping people really kind of like see something that they don't see themselves, right? So in, again, however capacity that is, I feel like there's kind of this healer energy that you are embracing this month here. We have dreams. It says your dreams may be more vivid and intense than usual. So some of you definitely have strong intuitive senses here, okay? And yeah, I just feel like your dreams could be very active at this time, okay? Could be giving you messages as well around kind of more your spiritual path. We have speaking out, number 32. It says your voice is released, express yourself frankly. Some of you, if you have a business or you are starting something, you may need to share that. I feel like it can be very therapeutic for people. It can be really helpful for people. You may have this like goal or this dream for yourself and your life, and you may need to speak it. You may need to say it. I also feel like your voice is very, something about your voice being what people need to hear. So whether that's the things that you're saying, or it's like literally some of you, it's like the tone of your voice or the sound of your voice is very healing or very therapeutic. But there's almost like something like talking out and maybe even reflecting, like if you're getting downloads or you see things a certain way or whatever, it's like you may need to express that. And then we have not for you. Interesting. So I am almost getting with this card, there's this chess game here, and this little fortune cookie says nope. I almost feel like you're not meant to play the game. I don't know what that means necessarily. Take that how it resonates for you. But it's almost like you don't have to participate in the game's manipulation or like the way people want you to do things. You might have a very unique, especially with this express yourself frankly, like you might have a very unique way of doing things that is different from other people. And it's almost asking you to embrace your uniqueness here, because I just feel like you're not meant to be like other people in some capacity here. Maybe you do something that's different, or you do something that's taboo, or you just have a different approach to things, or maybe a different approach to life, right? This could just be you like, listen, I'm just trying to heal myself. I'm just trying to work on myself. And some of this stuff is not for me, and I'm going to go do what I want to do. I'm going to go follow my dreams and my goals. And I'm not going to, follow the norm per se. So some of you might have I'm almost kind of getting this like Aquarian rebellion type of energy. We are in a lot of Aquarius energy. Pluto's going to be going into Aquarius. So like, I just feel like there's this wanting to kind of rebel or just do things your own way in some capacity here as well this month. So you might be really starting to stand out when it comes to taking that stance as well. But I think it's like you doing things that are in, alignment with who you really are, and just saying no to things that aren't for you. Okay? Don't be afraid to say no to things that aren't for you as well. So let's get into your money career here. We have Purity with Ice, number 33. So it's master number there. I also have the Star. There's more of that Aquarian energy I was talking about. We have the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Swords. Some of you could be thinking about starting something new or doing something new or learning something new with this Page of Pentacles, especially with the Purity and Ice. You might kind of feel frozen, or maybe this idea or something has been frozen in you, like you've been wanting to take action. We have the Horse here. You maybe have been wanting to take action, but you've been kind of hibernating or waiting, right? Kind of in like a winter phase, right? You might be starting to kind of come out of that a little bit here, especially if you have this unique idea. Okay, so again, this could definitely be with regards to your career, that this individual type of energy. The Star energy is also a healing energy. So again, kind of this healing energy. I also feel that just the word thawing is coming to mind here. So it's like you're starting to thaw. Maybe you're helping other people thaw and melt things away that have been kind of keeping them stuck. But you do have a decision or a choice here with this Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords, of how you're going to really move forward in this. Again, some of you have been feeling kind of stuck. It's asking you to trust your intuition to make this decision and not get so caught up in the mental kind of back and forth or rat race type of energy. Just trust where you feel and go in the direction that you feel guided to go into. It's like you have this vision or this place that you want to take something when it comes to your money, your career, your finances. Some of you, like I said, it could be learning something new when it comes to your money, career, finances, or your job, or starting a new position. Okay, making a new source of income here, okay? But I feel like there's a little bit of like back and forth in your brain about it, or you've been in that energy. And I almost feel like you might start to take action, or something's maybe even coming into your awareness, or an opportunity, right? Page of Pentacles, and this horse looks like he's running towards her, and she's been frozen down here. So it almost feels like if things have been kind of stagnant in your money career aspect, like if you feel like things should be moving forward, they're going to, I feel like, start to slowly kind of shift here. I almost feel like this, though, is asking you, again, to be your own unique, like you're going to be wanted for your gifts, skills, and abilities. It's not going to be just like, if there's something where someone's like, you have this skill or you have this strength, we want you to use it, right? Whether that's a client, a boss, a business, whatever, they see your uniqueness or what you're naturally kind of good at here that I feel like you've learned, but there's something about like you being used for your skills here, not just making money. And I feel like the choice is yours of whether this is something you want to progress into here or evolve into. Some of you could have a bit of fear, though, kind of like holding you back, because it is, again, a little bit different, or it's maybe asking you to step out of a comfort zone a little bit. But as long as it feels right to you, I feel like this is something that could really kind of move you forward in some way. Okay. Now let's get into your love energy. So this could be also like family, friends, that sort of thing. We have strength here. We have the Seven of Wands, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and we have Justice. Okay, so some of you are really holding the line when it comes to what you're looking for long term. So some of you have really strong boundaries when it comes to relationships and partnerships in your life, really holding the line when it comes to your value. Both of these energies would be like Leo energy, the Seven of Wands and the Strength card, and both kind of give me the similar energy of like not budging, like holding the line here. So you could have people testing your boundaries. You could also just have, if it's like love and you're single, you could have people who are coming in, but you're like, no, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. And so in that, you might be repelling people, but you're repelling people because you're trying to attract the right one, if that makes sense. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're like, this is what I'm looking for here. Okay. Even if you're in a relationship, you also might be kind of in this space of like, are we moving in this direction? Because I'm looking for something long-term. So if you're not serious, then like, what are we kind of doing? Right. There's this sense of, really looking for a balanced connection, really looking for something that is, powerful, and something that is, the right type of connection and the healthy connection to be in. Okay, so I do see that you have strong boundaries here this month in relationships, which is great. The other thing I would say is that if you're in a relationship, I feel like it's going to be strengthening. Some of you could be moving to the next level of a relationship. Okay, so it could be like evolving, okay, in some capacity here for you. There's the Seven of Wands comes after the Six of Wands, so Six of Wands is victory. Seven of Wands is about maintaining that victory, right? Really holding the line. And so I almost feel like you could have a relationship that's really starting to strengthen, and you could really start to see this relationship going long term. Like you really feel like this is a really good match for you, a really good partner for you. And again, if you're single, I just feel like this is you really being serious about what it is that you're looking for when it comes to a partnership. What can bring you stability and security long term, something that's going to last long term, someone who you can maybe start a family with, or get married to, or whatever it is that you want to do. But there's this very strong sense of like not messing around type of energy. Yeah. Some of you could be defending your family as well. I don't know what that means, but protecting a legacy or protecting tradition is what I'm getting as well. Again, I'm not, take that how that resonates, but if it's like people in your family, or it's not so much like love in the sense of like romance, this could also be like really holding the line when it comes to your family, and making sure that you come out on top in some way. Also, for those of you going through like any sort of separation or divorce or something, I almost feel like there could be a sense of like trying to protect the money, or like making sure things are fair when it comes to resources, money, finances, and how that gets like maybe divided, like really sticking to something financially in that capacity. And again, kind of take that how it resonates, but that might not be for as many of you. We're going to take a look at your spiritual message now. So we have Grandmother Moonstone, which is funny because we have the Moonstone crystal here that you chose, which says cycles of change, illuminating boundaries, new beginnings. Again, boundaries, big things here. But we do have new beginnings, so that's exciting. Could be something around the full moon, the new moon as well this month for you. With that card, we have the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Hermit, and we have the Chariot. So I feel like you've really been, it's interesting, these two energies are facing kind of this way, the Chariot's more forward. So you're going to start to take action on something that you've really been reflecting on. There's a sense of investing or putting time and energy into this sense of wisdom. I feel like this has taken a while. You've really been planting the seeds on something, really maybe trying to increase your knowledge or your wisdom or your awareness around something. This could definitely be related to your career and your finances. And now it's almost like you're ready to move forward. It's like you've collected the wisdom of the seeds that you've planted, the energy and the learning and stuff that you've put into something. And now it's like you're ready to make this change here with the Chariot and the cycles of change, like really ready to step forward in some sort of way here. And I feel like there's a sense of like with this illuminating boundaries, it's like you might be realizing like what is worth your time and what is not worth your time. And so taking action on things that deserve your energy, that you want to actually step into, and then letting go of other things that maybe are not serving you. I also feel like with this illuminating boundaries, you're not accepting. Like if you have something new that you're wanting to step into, or an energy or a space here where you're like, I'm trying to attract or create this, you're not going to spend your time on other things that are not serving that goal, if that makes sense. So the Chariot is a card of action. It's a card of strength in a way as well. And it's also like really taking the bull by the horns, right? But it's also a sense of victory, like overcoming the obstacles, overcoming the challenges as well. You could also be seeing what your challenge and your obstacle was. That could be the illuminating boundaries, like seeing what's been holding you back in some sort of way from a new beginning or from moving forward in some capacity in your life. And you're starting to realize, and you've gained the wisdom, you've really put in the time and the energy to really sit with this and reflect on it, which is giving you the strength to see things clearly, to really start to move forward in a really powerful way here. So you definitely have what you need to start moving in this direction that you've been maybe wanting to move into here. So I see that being something really positive for you. I feel like for some of you, you've kind of been on pause a little bit. Again, there's that ice energy, right? It's like you've been kind of on pause here, and now it's time to really start to move forward, or you're feeling that energy. This time right now, all the planets are direct, and I've been getting this in a lot of the readings where it's like people are ready to move forward, or it's now time. People are starting to feel like kind of called to move forward here. And I think it's the planets being direct. It kind of almost now feels like the new year. January did not feel that way, at least not for me. I don't know how it felt like for you, or what it felt like for you, but like now it feels like now is the time. But again, you're saying no to things that aren't on your path. Okay, so I do feel like there's a specific direction just in your life, like relationship wise, you're like, no, I'm looking for this. And then in your career, I feel like it's the same thing. Like the career piece feels a little bit more of like embracing a unique quality that you have. And maybe you've also, like, maybe people really, because you have this healer energy, like people may really overstep boundaries with you because they can feel that healing energy from you. And so this could definitely be a lesson that you've had to learn of, like, how to create those boundaries and just only accept what you want to accept. And you don't have to give people all these things just because they want you to, kind of energy, right? So we're going to get a final message here. These are the How to Love Yourself Oracle cards from Louise Hay. I figured this was fitting for February, being it's the love month, but it's going to be kind of more of a self-love message. But let's see. Pile 2. What's their final message for February? All right. We have, you got 2. So we have, I speak and think positively. It says, my current thinking shapes my future. If I hear myself using negative or limiting words, I can change them. Okay, and then we also have, I am safe and secure in my world. It says, I choose to believe that everyone is always helpful. Therefore, wherever I go in life, people are there to help me. I feel like you're going to be finding the right things to connect with. And you just have to believe and have that sense of security within yourself that you are going to be able to get there and achieve your goals and achieve your dreams. You just gotta keep going and embrace that unique energy here, pile 2. So that is what I have for you guys. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles or a different reading. I did do February readings for each individual sign. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome. If you chose this pile, you chose this strawberry quartz. It's going to be your reading for February 2023. We're going to get the general messages here kind of to start, which I want to start with the archetype oracle, and then we'll get into 3 different sections. So your archetype is the hunter this month. So with the horse energy showing here as well, like I just feel like this is kind of giving me like the knight energy, really taking action. I feel like you're pursuing something very specific. So you definitely have like a very strong energy this month. Very goal oriented, very action oriented. Very much like not wanting to, this is a card as well, but like not wanting to fail, right? Like having to take action, be the predator, right? Really go after something. It's very like masculine energy, but needing to come home with something, like not wanting to come back empty-handed. So there's a strong sense of like ambition, motivation here for you, pile 3, this month to really pursue and achieve something in your life here. We also have lightheartedness, number 57. It says it's time for you to let your inner child out to play. I feel like there's a very serious energy, and there's like a very serious energy that it's almost like making sure that you're taking time to just be you, especially if you're very goal focused right now. Just making sure that you're not only focused on this, because I feel like, again, that energy of like burnout, right? Those things can come up very easily and very quickly. So making sure that you're taking some time for some more fun type of energy, socializing, that sort of thing. Okay. It's going to be helpful for you, pile 3. We have number 3, pile 3, sacred sexuality, which says reconnect with the source of your divine sexuality. I feel like this is about creation. Okay. Getting into a really creative energy here. Again, I feel like this has to do with the hunter energy, like really pursuing. We have Treasure Island here, number 9. So yeah, there's a goal in mind. Like you're trying to find that treasure, hit that treasure, a destination that I feel like you're trying to obtain here. I feel as well this lighthearted energy for you, pile 3, is going to help with your creativity. So if you're feeling not as creative this month, even though you're really trying to make big goals and big strides here, I almost feel like taking a break or doing things that are kind of help boost your creativity will be really helpful for you. That's going to look different for everyone, but you know, that could be going out for a walk or hanging out with friends or just taking a break and taking a day off, you know, where you're not focused on like work or something like that, right? Or responsibilities or what you're trying to achieve, right? Taking those moments to just kind of pause in a way that kind of give you a little bit of a recharge so that you can keep going here. But I do feel like there's something creatively, I think you're feeling really inspired this month as well to take action. Like you're feeling really motivated. And maybe you haven't had this, like it feels like potentially with this reconnecting energy to this source of this creative energy, it's like it's maybe felt lost. Okay. You've maybe felt like kind of restricted previously or the last few months maybe, right? And now it's like you really feel, it's like you feel like you're getting that creative spark back a little bit here, and really feeling like motivated and inspired to pursue things in your life. Okay, but just making sure that you're having fun. Some of you are going to have a lot of fun doing this. It's going to feel really enjoyable to you to really go after these things. And that's always a good sign that you're on the right path, right, with what it is that you're doing. But again, I feel like the caution here is just the burnout piece, right? Just making sure that you're not overdoing things. So we are going to get into the different sections now. So we're going to get into like money, career, finances for you, pile 3. I don't know why I keep saying pile 1, but we have moon energy, number 7 with darkness. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Lovers, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. So some of you might not, again, I feel like there's been this sense of lack. Some of you are trying to fill up your cup of resources. So if you've been feeling depleted financially or resource-wise, feeling a sense of lack in your life, I feel like that's going to be filling back up here as long as you're doing things with the right intention with the Lovers. I feel like there's a sense of like needing to do things that are in alignment. The Lovers can be like us and our higher self, really on that that path with the divine here. Again, this is like a self-care energy with the Ace of Cups, so really making sure that you're looking after yourself, especially in the moments where things are quiet or things are a little bit more low-key, okay? Really replenishing your energy. Some of you may have an opportunity with this Ace of Cups coming in that can really, it'll really excite you or really kind of like, again, like kind of fill up your cup. You might not see this coming though, especially with her eyes are covered by like her hair or the darkness here. So I feel like it'll feel really good or it'll feel in alignment. If it doesn't feel in alignment, then that's also a choice that you need to make of like, what is this, how does this make me feel, right? When this situation shows up here for you. It could also be an idea or a creative idea that you have that comes in that you have to figure out like, how does this really feel? The other thing I'm getting here as well is, being this is the moon energy, it's like really trusting your intuition here versus, especially with the emotion of the cup energy, trusting the intuition versus like maybe what you do or don't see. You might not be able to see the physical manifestation of this 100%. It might be more of an idea, right? The aces are all potential of something. And so there's this potential that's coming in here for you this month, but you might not be able to physically see it, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like it's kind of restoring a sense of hope here, but you have to choose if this is something you're going to take this opportunity on or take into, you know, and do something with it, right? Because some of you, again, it's like you might not be able to see, you know, when you like can't see the physical outcome of something, and so it kind of makes us hesitate or it makes us question certain things. You might have to really trust your gut to see if something will work out here for you. Okay. Interesting too, we have 5, 6, and then we have 7 here. So there's like, that to me is always like stages of growth, like there's an evolution or a process here. Okay. But I really feel like this is about choosing what feels right to you and not focusing on the lack. You get to choose what you're going to focus on, focusing on abundance or focusing on the lack. And when things get kind of unclear, or we can't see our future, we can't see the exact thing that's going to happen, that can make us waver a little bit and kind of influence our confidence in certain things. And so I feel like this is a choice of whether you're going to focus on abundance or focus on lack here. I also feel like you may have an opportunity or a good opportunity or an idea here to help people in need, or to create something, okay, for people who need things or whatever, right? Like just being of service in some way, shape, or form. And as well, I'm also getting that there was something else I had when I was talking about that, and I've lost it. Maybe it'll come back to me. But I just feel like there's a sense of really focusing on this more abundant energy. I feel like some of you are choosing to do that. There could be a shift in kind of how you're viewing things this month, because this angel is like looking towards this Ace of Cups. I feel like you're being encouraged to look after yourself here. That's what I was going to say. It was like filling up your cup. So when you're feeling depleted, okay, Five of Pentacles, making sure that you're making the right choices to fill up your own cup, or putting more of a focus into self because if your cup is empty, if there's a sense of lack in your energy, or you don't have the capacity, then that's going to influence your progress, or how much you're able to show up for yourself or other people, right? And so with this darkness, it's almost maybe saying you may need to take a day for yourself, work on, refilling your emotional capacity, that sort of thing. Okay, have that time for play. Bring that back into your life here. All right. Now let's get into kind of love and relationships. Okay, some of you could also have a partnership or a opportunity with a person here as well that you didn't have before. Okay, and I feel like you could maybe see this as like a really positive opportunity for yourself if it's like partnership when it comes to business, and maybe it's a job or something like that. Okay, so love and relationships, this could also be friends, family, so kind of take it how it resonates. But we have flow. All right, we also have the Tower, the Sun, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, the Tower, I believe, has come out for every pile, which I just feel like there's collective Tower moms. It definitely came out for pile 1. Pile 1's was in their money career section. It might not have come out in pile 2. So Tower, Sun, and the Seven of Cups. I feel like this is asking you to go with the flow. The Sun is a very positive energy. So even though the Tower is here, the Tower to me indicates change. It indicates things falling away that, were never really built on solid ground to begin with, right? They weren't built on the right morals, the right values. There's a lack of spiritual connection, right, to whatever this was that was here. And I almost feel like you could be allowing things and relationships to fall away in your life right now, like letting the cookie crumble is kind of what I'm getting with this Tower, where I think you're starting to see that, like, you know what, there'll be new people that come into my life, or new opportunities that come into my life. And I feel like this could be definitely on a very like platonic level. Like this could be friends or family that you're dealing with. If it is relationships, I feel like you would be single in this capacity, where you're like, you know what, we're going to let go of the old patterns and the old ways and the old things that have kind of been holding me back or restricting me from really finding a good partner that I'm looking for. And it feels like with the Tower, you're letting it fall with the Sun, because especially with the flow energy, it's like that there'll be better relationships that come into your life. Okay, so this month I just feel like you're open to see where things are going. Some of you have already had this like Tower moment, or these big changes in your relationships, and I just feel like you're open to see where things are going to go. Now, if you're in a relationship, I feel like this Tower could be you like restarting with a person, Some of you could be ending a relationship. Okay. So that could also be, then that's where I feel like you'd be single, right? Looking at your next options. But if you're in a relationship and you plan on staying in a relationship, this almost feels like, you know, when like couples start to like date again, like they start to date each other again, right? They go back to the way they like, it's like, let's just restart and get to know each other. Like, let's just like, hi, what's your name? You know what I mean? It's kind of that energy where it feels like starting something out on a better foot. This could also be like renewing vows. Okay. Like that type of energy where it's like, let's refresh the energy, because it almost feels like something maybe wasn't working, or maybe you had an argument, or maybe there was a separation or that sort of thing. But it's like, let's bring back kind of that dreamy, lovey, romantic fantasy type of energy, that feel good energy, to kind of like restart this connection in a different way and see how that goes. Okay, so take that how it kind of resonates there. That'll be obviously kind of specific. Let's get into the spiritual message now. We have Crystal Dragon with sound and color. It says new healing modalities, rainbow ray, solfeggio, frequencies. I don't know how to say that, so I probably butchered it. So sound and color could be important for you guys. Some of you may start wearing certain colors to embrace certain chakras, or listening to certain sounds that are related to chakras, okay? Some of you are starting a new healing modality, so you could be starting a new way of, like, this could be like doing Reiki, or maybe you're reading cards for yourself, or, you know, maybe you're doing something health-wise that's like a new healing modality for you, okay? I'm also getting, some of you could be eating certain colors. Like this would be like, what's coming to mind is like eating blueberries. So I don't know if some of you are literally eating blueberries, but like eating that purple color, that blueberry color, is kind of what's coming up here. For some reason, blueberries came to mind. But yeah, it's like you're trying a new way of doing something here. King of Cups, Eight of Cups, yeah, Two of Cups. Lots of emotions. So some of you could be working in healing emotional things, emotional connections, emotional relationships. I think you're trying something new. Some of you could also as well be trying something new when it comes to relationships, like how you connect with people. Okay. This would make me feel like you're working on like heart chakra energies. Also as well sacral energies. Yeah, I would say heart and sacral. Also possibly third eye. Some of you crown, but it feels more third eye. Some of you are trying to, you're walking away from things that are no longer serving you emotionally. There's a sense of emotional maturity and emotional control that's showing up here in order to make this decision to walk this path. The Eight of Cups is literally trying to find the Two of Cups in order to make the Ten of Cups, right? To have that completion. So this is like it feels like you're searching for this higher purpose in your life, or this kind of end goal of what it is that you're looking for. Some of you could literally be love. So you could be working on opening up certain aspects of yourself, or working on healing certain emotional aspects within yourself to find the type of relationship that you're looking for. Others of you, this is just your connection with yourself, healing these emotional aspects of yourself where you've maybe detached and walked away from or ignored, and kind of really starting to like come back home to yourself, if that makes sense, from an emotional perspective. So it's kind of giving me the energy of like when we suppress our emotions and we just kind of like bury them. This feels like you're starting to kind of bring those things back up to the surface in order to deal with them, and to kind of like work with those energies to gain a sense of more emotional control, or emotional stability, or emotional maturity, right? Just to evolve basically emotionally. And so I feel like you could be working with like a healing modality that maybe you haven't worked with before, or you're just like trying something new, right? And I think it's just, this is you really starting to evolve and just become more just grounded emotionally. not letting your emotions control you, right? You kind of like having control over your emotions in a positive way. Creatively, there's a lot of cups here. And then the sun energy is really good for creativity as well. There is kind of this like vibrant, fresh energy. I do feel like you could be pursuing, even if it's just like healing stuff, like pursuing, like really on the hunt to evolve and move forward in something. I just feel like overall there's this sense of you, pile 3, really trying to create a more abundant life and really being open to seeing what that could look like for you. I do feel like there's possibly new love coming in for you this month, or you're on your way towards that. And there's opportunities here to become more abundant, or to feel more abundant, or to literally, you know, increase your finances, that sort of thing. But it'll come out of your creativity, I feel. Okay. Lots of water though energy, because we also have the flow energy and the moon. That's all water. And even like we have air here with the Lovers. 5 of Pentacles obviously is earth. We have the sun with the fire, but like the rest of it's water, because the Tower is Scorpio energy with Mars. Can be fire as well, but okay, let's get a final message here, a final affirmation from the How to Love Yourself cards from Louise Hay. I figured this was fitting for February, being it's a love month, but it's going to be for your own personal love message. We have I listened with love to my body's messages. It says, I take a nice deep breath and release all resistance to healing. And I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you're healing things emotionally. Some of you are definitely working on that like lack mentality when it comes to like really pursuing new things, right? But you're listening to your body, and again, listen to your body when you may need a break if you're pushing too hard or trying to achieve. But I really think you're starting to unlock some energy centers here, emotional centers, creative centers, right? That have maybe just felt kind of stagnant here for you. And it's really going to help you move forward and feel like you're ready to take action and really progress in your life, and just continue in your human journey, you know? So that is what I have for you, pile 3. Hopefully that resonates. Let me know down below. If not, you can check out any of the other piles, or you can check out any of the February readings that I did for each individual zodiac sign. Thank you guys so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.